Welcome to the Packers family. I am Damon.
I'm Christian.
I'm Luke.
And today we're going to be making our picks for this super wild card weekend. Regards to the NFC side of things, there are 3 games we're going to pick. All right, we're going to go through a little bit of analysis of those. And you'll let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe after the video. Let us know what you think in the comments below. So the first game up is the 49ers at Cowboys, the old Nickelodeon game. There'll be hopefully a lot of slime going on with them, scoring all the touchdowns and, whatever. So I know that's probably the version I'm going to watch just because my son is interested in watching that one, but I don't know.
I'll be watching whatever version I can get on my phone at work.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You have to work.
The Eagles and Bucks are first, but I mean.
Oh, Lisa. The Eagles and Bucks are first? I skipped the Eagles and Buccaneers.
Again.
I digress. All right. The first game up is Eagles at Buccaneers. When I look at this game, I look at one team where their identity is to run the ball, right? And that's the Eagles. With Jalen Hurts behind, helping along with that running game. The running backs really stepping up, finding the holes. They get a lot of explosive plays to the running game. They're amazing at that. And halfway through the season, it seemed like the first part of the season, they didn't really seem like they know where they're going, what their identity was. And then they found it, and that's when they started winning and putting a lot of wins together. And now they found themselves in the playoffs. And who do they find themselves going up against?
Mr. Goat himself.
Thank you.
Tampa Brady.
Tampa Brady, that's right. Oof. And here's the problem. You look at the Buccaneers, and they have the best run defense. They've had it for the past couple of seasons where their run defense is stepping up. So I'm looking at this game. Can the Eagles be able to control the clock, do what they want to do on the ground game? Can their defense do enough to stop the GOAT? I'm looking at that, and I just don't think so. And so for me, I'm going to have to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do I want to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No, I don't. I just want them out of there already. Tom Brady, retire, dude. Retire. You've done enough. All right. For everybody's sake, just quit. It's okay.
He's just making the record book.
There's life after football. All right. You're good. Quit.
Just go to the Canadian League after this.
Yeah, go to the CFL. Go dominate there. So you're 55. That would be awesome. But for me, I'm going to pick the Buccaneers against the Eagles. I'm sorry. I wish I could pick the Eagles. I just can't.
I'm picking the Bucks too. I think you pretty much summed it up there. The Eagles can win, any given Sunday, but it's going to be like climbing Mount Everest here, trying to stop Tom Brady.
Yeah, can it be done?
Scoring touchdowns.
Probably.
Yes, it can be done. We've seen the Bucks.
They lost to the Washington football team, and the Washington football team had the same strategy.
Yeah, we've seen them lose games, but when Tom Brady gets in the playoffs, he's a different animal. So you got to rip that lithium battery out of his back to get him to lose first. I don't know if that's possible. He's got to back up.
Yeah, you got to get some pass rush on him. I'm not sure the Eagles have enough of that. The running game, as you guys said, is what got them here. They found their identity with Hurts and the stable of backs. They've rotated them in from Sanders to whoever else they've had back there. They've had them along with Devontae Smith carrying the offense, but the Bucs have a good run defense. They've had one for the past couple of years with Vita Vea, Sue, along with their linebackers Levante, David, and Devin White.
And those guys are fast.
I think they'll be able to contain Hurts enough, and Brady, even with their depleted wide receiver core, he's still got Evans, still got Gronk. They'll do their thing, and I probably see this as probably the least competitive game of the weekend myself, but it's more so because the Bucs are in it. Not
yeah,
but I'll be picking the Bucs. So,
all right, I agree with you. It's probably definitely the least competitive game, but that or the Steelers and Chiefs. It's between those two.
Yeah.
The next game up on the docket here is the 49ers at Cowboys. And I'm looking at these two different teams here. All right. 49ers, they pride themselves in running the ball. They pride themselves in defense. They pride themselves in play action pass, right? Jimmy Garoppolo's hand looked like he's going to do just fine, specifically in like the second half of that Rams Niners game from last week. Is it going to hold up? I don't know. The injuries that the Niners have dealt with, is it going to rear its ugly head? There's a lot of questions about this game. I look at the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, for them to win, Dak Prescott's going to have to come out and have a game where he's going to have to throw over 400 yards. He's going to have to be able to have that defense step up, be opportunistic like it has been all season, but not let up too much yardage. I look at the Cowboys defense, and I don't think they're as good as what everybody believes they are. They've let up a lot of yardage. I mean, I look at Diggs, for example. He's let up the most receiving yards in the NFL compared to any other corner. Does he have the most interceptions? Yes. But teams are not afraid to throw against them because they're like, hey, what's the difference with, you might get 2 interceptions, but I'm going to throw 3 touchdowns against you. So they're going to keep throwing after him. The defense is not very stout overall, but they're very opportunistic. And if they can get a lot of turnovers, they're going to be in it. Is that if Dak Prescott shows up and tries to throw for over 400 yards and does his thing, they're going to be in it. But their identity is not in running the ball. That's not Mike McCarthy's MO. His MO is to throw the ball. I mean, but then I look at the Niners, and they have the perfect setup to beat the Cowboys with that run game, that defense, that stout front seven. The one issue I would say, and how the Cowboys can get them, is if they get that ball out quick enough out of Dak Prescott's hands and beat some of their injured corners, they're going to do fine. But I don't see that happening, so I'm going to go 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going to lead towards 49ers too. I just love Kyle Shanahan's system, how, every different play every week is, it's almost like he draws it up in the dirt at his house, just how he moves pieces around. And next thing you know, Debo's in the backfield, and Elijah Mitchell, then, Kyle Juszczyk's getting, you don't know who's getting the ball for that game,
It makes him dangerous.
So, they just have so many weapons, and I can't speak enough for Debo. He's basically a running back playing wide receiver. The man's thick,
Thick.
But yeah, I'm going Niners.
Yeah, for this game, it'll the main matchup to watch will be the Niners running game. I think they have an advantage there against Dallas. As you've mentioned, Shanahan's scheme, you can put anybody back there. They've had success the past few years, whether it be Elijah Mitchell this year, Mostert, Tevin Coleman in the past. There's a long list of names. And the Cowboys' defense, their strength is their pass rush with DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, who will be getting Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely. No joke.
And, so that's the matchup to watch. And I think with the Niners, they'll be able to play the ball control offense, and it'll come down to red zone like most games do. But on the other side, the Cowboys offense, they have the firepower with Dak and company to put up 50 spots against their divisional opponents. Then when they go up against anybody else, you don't really know what you're going to get. And those factors, along with Nick Bosa coming off the edge and their front seven, along with Eric Armstead, they can put some pressure on Dak and them. And I'm going to sweep the upset and pick the Niners as well.
What about Fred Warner too?
Oh man,
Fred Warner's probably best middle linebacker in the game.
Yeah. The other best linebacker in the game is not even in the playoffs because of the Colts losing to the Jags. Called it. Sorry. Our final game of the weekend. I don't even know if you want to call it the weekend because it is a Monday night one. That doesn't even feel like a good idea to put a Monday night game in Super Wild Card weekend, but they did it. I feel bad for the Cardinals and Rams, especially if they have to play on that Saturday, short turnover. NFL, like we talked about before recording this, doesn't care. So go out there, win, and better win next week. If not, you're just out because one and done. I look at the Cardinals and Rams. The Cardinals, they have a if they can get healthy in time for the game. I look at James Conner, for example. Look at Chase Edmonds. They got a running game that could go right along with Kyler Murray, who is very elusive. I mean, you see him, he's running circles around players all the time. He's very elusive, and he's got an arm. That offense can be so high-flying, right? That defense can be really good, especially with Chandler Jones as a pass rusher, and some of their back-end players are really good. Buddha, exactly.
Isaiah Simmons coming along.
And Isaiah Simmons is coming along, exactly. And then I look at the Rams, and the Rams, they have a defense too. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, those are three guys right there. You put them on any defense, they're going to be close to the number one defense in the league right away. And then you got Matthew Stafford, who has crazy good arm talent. He seems like he might be a little injured. He's been making some poor decisions. His throws haven't always been on target, but when they are on target, he's dangerous. But he's been known to have a few interceptions the past few weeks. If those rear that's ugly ahead, the Rams don't stand a chance. And then I look at Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp was, when I did their MVP rankings, I think he was my 5th MVP for the season. You look at some of his abilities and his plays he's done this season. I mean, you take him off the Rams. Are the Rams even in the playoffs? I can't argue that because he's been a safety valve for Matthew Stafford. And Matthew Stafford picked him out as his Calvin Johnson for this year. And it looked that way. He almost caught Calvin Johnson's record even. So I think the Rams have a little too much going on for the Cardinals to stop them. So for me, I'm going to go Rams.
When making my pick, I'm just going to go with one stat, and that's Cardinals being 8-1 on the road. I think that shows that they play really good on the road. And this is at LA, which, let's be fair, that's not
is that even a road game?
Well, thinking about it, is it even a road game at this point?
I don't even know.
It wasn't for the Niners.
I mean, I just think Kyler Murray and company can, hopefully turn this around and get this dub. I love the Cardinals a lot just because of Madden, So
right.
This pick is with the heart. I'm going with Cardinals.
The heart. By the way, some of the Niner players were complaining that the Rams had to have been pumping in sound because there's no way the Rams fans were making that much noise because there weren't many in there. Just thought that was a funny little nugget.
Oh, and one more thing. The Rams have sold out in the last couple seasons to get all these players in. So this is their year to win. If they don't win, this is a bust for them big time.
Yeah, because do they even have any draft capital in the next couple of years?
Les hates draft picks.
Yeah, he does.
So this is their year to
He's
win.
like, okay, let's give these to the Lions. Okay, we have some more. Let's give these to the Broncos. Oh, does anybody want any more? We still got.
They
I
have
think
to
their
win.
next first round pick is until 2024 or something insane.
Yeah, the Rams throw away draft picks like they threw away St. Louis.
Oh,
You did.
I did.
all right. Close out my pick.
Go ahead.
You got
To close out my picks here, the Arizona, the pretty big factor for me in this game is the health of DeAndre Hopkins and James Conner. Hopkins has been out quite a bit the past month or more, and Conner came back this week against Seattle, but then got nicked up again. And we saw against the Niners how if you can run in the Rams, that's the recipe. And I think Conner's been better than expected, at least from me this year.
How many touchdowns did he have? For you,
at least 14 plus.
I picked him up in fantasy. It's like every week he's getting 2 touchdowns. I was like, okay, this is a good pickup.
They just kept feeding him at the goal line, kept working on their winning streak, and then they've, like they did last year, they ended up back into the playoffs this year, but they've lost 4 out of their last 5 or 6, and so for me, the Rams, I think their offense will do enough against the Cardinals. Cooper Kupp has been an absolute cheat code this year.
No joke.
They've had to withstand injuries to Robert Woods, Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson. They got Sony Michel in the backfield, who's had some decent games, but then he is what he is. But I think the Rams, with the star power they have on defense with Donald and Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, I think they'll do enough to stop Kyler and get the victory on Monday night.
It's definitely going to be a fun one, though. Just like all these games will be. I mean, you look at the AFC and the NFC. This is the NFC video. My goodness, I'm so excited for this weekend. It's going to be great. You know, I'm just hoping for some really good football. And I'm excited to see who the Packers got in the divisional round. So, you guys have anything else?
Nope.
Hey, like I said earlier, subscribe. Also, like it, comment, tell us what you think. What are your picks for the NFC side of these games this super wild card weekend? Let us know in the comments below. Once again, subscribe. Hey, go Pack.
Go Chiefs!